Imagine waking up every morning already tired. Not because you did not sleep, but because you gave yesterday too much access to you. You gave your peace to people who did not deserve it. You gave your focus to problems you could not control. You gave your time to conversations that drain you, comparisons that weaken you, and distractions that made you forget who you were becoming. And then you wondered, why do I feel so behind? Here's the truth. Nobody teaches you early enough. Your energy is not unlimited. Your attention is not free. Your peace is not something you can keep giving away and still expect to build a powerful life. Protecting your energy is not about becoming cold. It is not about ignoring people. It is about understanding that the life you want requires a version of you that is focused, clear, disciplined, and emotionally available for the right things. Because the wrong things are expensive. Not expensive in money, expensive in confidence, expensive in time, expensive in self-belief. Think about how many dreams have been delayed because someone spent their best energy trying to prove themselves to the wrong people. Think about how many talented people are stuck, not because they lack potential, but because every day they allow small emotional leaks to drain them. Slowly, without realizing it, you stop creating, you stop planning, you stop showing up with fire. You start living in reaction mode. And reaction mode is dangerous because it feels busy, but it's not growth. You answer every message. You explain yourself to everyone. You carry everybody's mood. You say yes because you do not want to disappoint people. You entertain drama because part of you is afraid of being alone. But let me ask you something. What is the cost of being available to everyone except yourself? There comes a point in life, especially in your 20s and 30s, where you must stop treating your energy like it has no value. You cannot build a meaningful future while allowing everything around you to pull you in different directions. Purpose requires energy. Discipline requires energy. Healing requires energy. Building a business, developing a skill, becoming financially stable, improving your health, and choosing better relationships all require energy. So if your energy is constantly being stolen, scattered, or wasted, your purpose will always feel far away. Not because you do not have one, but because you cannot hear it under all the noise. Protecting your energy starts with awareness. Ask yourself, what leaves me feeling lighter and what leaves me feeling heavy? Who makes me feel inspired and who makes me feel smaller? What habits give me power and what habits quietly take it away? You do not need to make a dramatic announcement. You do not need to post a quote. You do not need to tell everyone, I am cutting people off. Sometimes protecting your energy is silent. It looks like not replying instantly. It looks like choosing sleep over scrolling. It looks like leaving the group chat when it turns negative. It looks like no longer explaining your dreams to people committed to misunderstanding them. It looks like discipline. And discipline is not punishment. Discipline is protection. When you protect your morning, you protect your mindset. When you protect your focus, you protect your future. When you protect your peace, you protect your ability to make wise decisions. Because a drained person does not choose from vision. A drained person chooses from fear, pressure, and exhaustion. That is why some of your worst decisions were not made because you were weak. They were made because you were tired, emotionally overloaded, and disconnected from yourself. But growth begins the moment you stop betraying yourself just to keep access to people who do not value you. Now, before we go deeper, pause for a second. If this message is hitting something real in you, subscribe to this channel because this is where we talk about purpose, discipline, healing, and becoming the version of yourself you keep imagining but have not fully stepped into yet. Share this with one person who needs to protect their peace before they lose themselves trying to please everybody else. Now let's talk about boundaries. Many people hear the word boundaries and think it means building walls. But boundaries are not walls. Boundaries are doors with locks. They allow the right things in and keep the wrong things out. A boundary says, I respect myself enough to decide what has access to me. This can be hard when you are used to being the helper, the fixer, the person everyone calls when they need something. You may feel guilty for choosing yourself. You may feel selfish for needing space. But remember this, you cannot pour from an empty cup, and you cannot become who you are meant to be if your life is built around managing everyone else's emotions. The moment you stop being endlessly available, you learn who valued you and who only valued your access. Do not be afraid of that lesson. It is painful, but it is freeing. If you have to abandon yourself to keep someone close, that is not love, loyalty, or friendship. That is self-loss dressed up as commitment. Nobody claps when you finally stop answering toxic calls. Nobody gives you an award for choosing rest. Nobody sees the battle it takes to not fall back into old patterns. But those private decisions shape your life. The future you are praying for is built in moments nobody sees. When you close the app and read instead. When you walk away from an argument that would have stolen your whole day. When you say, I cannot do that, without writing a long apology. When you choose your goals over temporary validation. These are not small things, these are identity shifts. Every time you protect your energy, you are sending a message to yourself, my life matters, my time matters, my peace matters, my purpose matters. Protecting your energy also means protecting what you consume. What you watch becomes part of your thinking. What you listen to becomes part of your inner voice. Who you follow online shapes what you compare yourself to. If your feed constantly makes you feel behind, unsuccessful, or late in life, clean your digital environment. You cannot keep feeding your mind insecurity and expect confidence to grow. Follow people who teach you, challenge you, inspire you, and remind you of what is possible. Unfollow what keeps pulling you into comparison. Mute what disrupts your peace. Your phone should be a tool, not a trap. Another way to protect your energy is to stop sharing your plans with people who have not earned the right to hear them. Not everyone deserves access to the early version of your dream. Protect the seed until it has roots. Work quietly. Build consistently. Let your results explain what your mouth no longer needs to defend. Real growth is not always loud. Sometimes it looks like isolation. Sometimes it looks like saying no. Sometimes it looks like being misunderstood for a season because you are finally choosing a future that others cannot see yet. And that is okay. You are not here to be understood by everyone. You are here to become honest with yourself. So ask yourself today, where is my energy leaking? Is it leaking through overthinking, people-pleasing, late-night scrolling, chasing approval, or trying to control things that were never yours to control? Is it leaking through people who keep reopening wounds you are trying to heal? Do not judge yourself. Just notice. Awareness is where change begins. Then take one action, one boundary, one unfollow, one honest conversation, one earlier bedtime, 1 hour of focused work, one less explanation, one peaceful morning, one decision to stop treating chaos like normal. Your life changes when your standards change. And your standards change when you finally believe your energy is worth protecting. The world will always demand more attention, more reaction, more availability, more comparison. But you must ask, does this deserve access to me? Not everything does. Your energy is sacred because it fulfills your purpose. Protect it like your future depends on it, because it does. One day, you will realize your life changed when you stop giving power to what was never meant to hold it. Clearer, stronger, calmer, focused. So today, choose peace without guilt. Choose focus without apology. Choose growth even if it makes people uncomfortable. Choose the version of you that your future is waiting for. And if this video spoke to you, do 3 things right now. Like it so more people can hear this message. Subscribe for more videos that help you build purpose and discipline. And comment 1 word below, protect it. Because from this moment forward, your energy is not public property. It is the foundation of the life you are building.